Dog says hello. I figure I'd just do a live catch up, just take an opportunity. It's bright and early in the morning. I'm not usually up this early in the morning, but a very disappointing day today because the case I was going to cover got moved. So, moved to a later date. So, I figured not going to do live about that because ain't nothing happened. But we'll wait for some people to get in the chat. Let's see what's up. This is the last day before I finally get home. I think I've been gone for like 6 weeks, give or take. Hopefully somebody will come in. Maybe I don't even get anybody on the chat. Hey, Bob Cox, nice to have you. Oh, we got 11 people. Very cool. Nice to have Bob Cox. Yeah, I was going to go for Long Island Audit, who is, kind of the streets of LA, the East Coast. But because of a conflict of interest, they moved the case. And they also changed the date. So that'll be the 16th. But that's the same day as Luigi Mangione, so I might not do that. Hey, Dodge and chat and mods. Hey, Classy Carrie, long time no talk. Nice to have you. How have you been? How's Georgia? Caught alive. Woohoo. Yeah, I guess it's a different set of audience when they do a morning live. It's that rare. Hey, Dad Ed, Daryl Dad Ed. I don't know if you're the real Dad Ed. Cheeks, good to have you. What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's like a blast in the past. This is fun. Well, nice to have you, Carrie. Wanda Lisa, good to have you again. It's been a while. Not talking about much this time. Well, I guess we'll talk about what's ahead. We can do a little bit of a ZDT rundown, because I don't think I really talked about that much, especially if anybody has any questions. This is beautiful, historic New London, of which I went here for absolutely no reason. I'm his other brother. Cool, all right. We got other brothers. Jen DeLeon's here. I was technically here before all of you. So I was Bob Cox. You were Bob Cox. This time, Jen DeLeon is Bob Cox. Very funny. Nice to have you. Nice to have that. Surprised we have this many people. Oh, 30, it's not that many, but surprised we even have anybody this early in the morning. But yeah, it was an interesting week. I mean, interesting month and a half. Wait, a lot longer than a week. It covered the John Fratellini trial, or the hearing. A lot of this stuff will be more interesting once trials actually happen. And then I saw the sentencing of, which didn't do well at all, the sentencing of Tanya Fernandez Anderson in Boston. Can you see me in your chat? Yes, Witchermood, nice to have you. I can see you, I can feel you, I recognize you, I'm attracted to you. Whole 9 yards, how about that? But yeah, Boston one didn't do so well, not surprisingly. It's been disappointing because I figured the Long Island Audit one would do well, but that got shifted. And boy, the toughest part is just being 2 steps ahead of everything and trying to find out the right dates. And sometimes you kind of get lost doing it. But I'll be back in LA definitely in October for the Minty versus EDT stuff, which you can see is completely ridiculous. And again, the judge says, what do you have? Early on, the judge seemed concerned is what did you want what did you have recently? But she seems to now agree that there's been a pattern of harassment, period. And then instead of ZDT trying to make that defense, just saying that he hasn't done anything recently, his whole defense is this is all a giant conspiracy and he's being gang stalked. So it just shows that he's schizophrenic. But it'll be an interesting case to cover once that happens. And, interesting conclusion to cover. I'll miss part of it. Hey, Professor Khan, always hard to say your name. But nice to have you. But you can see it. He uses the same defense for every single person that he's gone up against, and the defense is always lost. The defense is always people, I'm the victim, very quickly, directly in his face. The judge says, well, listen, you've been involved in this, and you started a lot of this, so it's in the conspiracy. Hey, Mina, nice to have you. Dodge, will you be at ZDT's pre-trial 2 days before RO hearing? Maybe. That's a good question. Put a 1 if you want me to go. It's a schlep to go forth in LA, and it's a schlep to live in LA because it's so expensive. So you kind of have the 2 headaches. Possibly one. I'll certainly go to other ones in the future. I'll certainly go to his trial. I guess my question would be, because I'm covering the second part of the RO and not the first part. So if it's in the second part of the RO, I'll go and stay an extra day. If it's the first part, because there's like 2 RO hearings for Minty, like a week or even 2 weeks apart. I can't remember. but they're like 2 weeks apart. So if it's closer to the second one, yes. If it's closer to the first one, probably not, would be my guess. Well, I appreciate the support. What do you think about Scotty using AI for his court papers? That's new. I haven't heard that. I just see he's been wearing these stupid-ass glasses. I don't know what he's been up to. Yeah, you guys tell me what DOA's up to. See, there's no relevancy, like, once nothing happens with him. That's why part of me thinks he wanted this thing all together. He wanted this thing the entire... Are we almost back home? I think this dog just walked me back to where the apartment is. We can walk longer than that if you want. But it's interesting. He loses the viewership, and nobody really... he needed this criminal case so he could continue with content, because he's been kicked out of every movement, so nobody wants him. And there's even a smaller percentage of people within the various movements that he enters that still support him. It's mainly his audience that is loyal to him. So what happens is he comes in and he might have initially, minus the Reddit people, support of 70% of the anti-Scientology movement, for example. But then as he shows his face, as people get to know him, it's like Josh Kraft in Boston running for mayor. More people get to know him, the more people dislike him. And then he only has the support of 20 to 30% of the community, but he still has his minions giving him money because there's a reason to give him money. So part of me thinks this is all very intentional, or at least his incompetence and his sloppiness was intentional, because there's a way where it could have been done more efficiently, carefully. He could have directly spent the money as soon as possible. He could have retained his lawyer. He could have paid his lawyer. That was a big question. Internally in the courtroom, the lawyer was saying, I can't, it doesn't seem like he can pay me. And he tried to say that this is all based on him saying something to Lara, which he shouldn't have said, which seemed kind of insane. I mean, I'm just going to trust what an attorney does, eh? But it's interesting scene in that regard. See who else. GM, good morning. Gang, nice to have you. Dodge and chat. His argument is that he can't swim because of his ankle monitor. I mean, I don't think he can swim. I think he's going to sink if he ever tried to swim, period. So I think that's a far-fetched argument. Yeah, he still has an ankle monitor, right? Because there's a conversation that he was confident he'd get the ankle monitor off. I thought he would have... Pardon me. Triple sneeze. Quadruple sneeze. Yeah, I thought he would... Because he was talking about how, quickly he'd get his ankle monitor off and how that was a slam dunk. And I think if he had a good attorney, it might have been. But it's not. ETLA, nice to have you. Salud. Salute. No lawyer, no steady address, no possibility of anchor monitor removal. Right, and that's the thing. Teddy completely blew it when his behavior was factored in with Becky and, the way he attacked all of that. And, it wasn't enough to revoke his bail, but it's enough to get him on notice to potentially revoke his bail in the future. So it's like one snafu after another. And you can see just it's a very unusual behavior. Usually when anybody's in a case, think about Henry, think about Danny, think about Street. They don't really talk about it. They could talk about it a little bit, but not in such great detail. That's dangerous unto itself. Even more dangerous is to accost people who attend to your hearings. That's all gonna take into account. Your personality is gonna be taken into account. DOA is basically homeless. True, I'm not one to talk. I'm kind of homeless too, but I sleep in a bed every night, which is different than DOA. So I'm less homeless than DOA by comparison. Do you think there's any truth that ZDT is under house arrest? Kenny said there's no bail. I haven't heard anything like that whatsoever. I'd be shocked. That doesn't seem true. I don't know. I can't deny it. I've got no information otherwise. But I feel like I would have heard it. I did hear something in passing about that, but I can't remember what was said specifically. But no, I don't think that's the case. They're not treating ZDT with great urgency at all. And I don't think that prosecutors really view it as something that they want to focus on or look to see if he does any violations. They don't seem to really care. Or else there'd be a lot more action. Because, there's a lot of people calling the prosecutors, calling the DA's team, trying to get them to do whatever they can, but they're just letting it play out as normally. So I'd be shocked if he was under house arrest. I mean, it doesn't seem like ZDT leaves his house anyway. He's streaming all day, so what difference would it make to him? But I'd be surprised. Because again, you just see the leniency of the prosecutor's team when it comes to ZDT. And they haven't even had a single hearing on the restraining order violations that he made. Right? You think there'd be an additional hearing, a bail revocation hearing, because if he violated the terms of restraining order before, and then he does it again after he's charged, you think that would at least be enhanced, that would at least be added on, and maybe it might when he finally goes to trial, you don't know. But I'd be surprised by that personally myself. Which is a shame, but I think compared to a lot of the violent crimes or whatever, and more and other stuff, they just don't see the pardon me. Double C's. They don't see the urgency of it. So I tend to sneeze when the weather changes. Now that it's getting to fall, I get sneezy. He's striking channel. He's going after Nora again. For what reason? Nora hasn't even spoken about him. Oh, she asked me if I knew ZDT's attorney. Oh shit, maybe she asked me if I knew the DA involved in the ZDT's thing, and I didn't. Maybe she asked me if I knew the attorney. I could remind me to get back to Nora. Thanks again, Wanjalisa. Scott and Sticker Chick's friend Charlie and Nora should drown in a pool of AIDS. Okay, I think that was messed up. That's quite the wish. Are you back in LA or still in New York? I am in Connecticut, actually. That's where I am. But I'll be mostly in New York. It's just too much of a headache. Like it's affordable to be on the road for 6 weeks at a time and then be at home for a month or two, but it's hard to pay for a hotel for like an entire year. So far you're funny, Wanley. So far you sneeze every time you say ZDT. That's funny. I didn't realize that. Rotten, yeah, but the case got delayed, so got moved and delayed. So I came all the way out here for nothing. Although I did the two other hearings I wanted to do, so it wasn't completely a waste. But like I found out in the morning, I'm like, shit, they moved it. Connecticut's my home state. Cool, it's beautiful. I've been to Connecticut many times. My grandmother used to live in Greenwich. Come on, you're a Nepo baby. Boy, you're talking about Connecticut? I don't know what that means, but okay. Oh, Nepo, meaning I should have more money? They don't, my parents, I don't get that much money from my parents, really, I don't. Not enough to pay for, enough to pay $1,000 in rent, or even maybe $2,000 a month for a year, but not enough to pay for hotels for an entire year. Never heard of it. You missed a Norwalk case of Ellen Wink. I'll screenshot that, thank you. That one is a brand. You've given me many good suggestions. I appreciate it. That one I've never heard of. All right. It's interesting. Like I enjoy the murder cases. I really like it when somebody gets murdered. No, I enjoy the murder cases because you go out of the big two, being New York and LA, which is really nice because everywhere else that's not New York and LA are more affordable. I mean, there's some other heavy hitters that are not affordable. You think of DC and a handful of others. But, I'm always hoping somebody murders somebody in Hawaii. That would be cool. But the murder cases are interesting because you can pick and choose which are cool, and they're in places that are not New York and LA, which are a lot more affordable and a lot more, in my opinion, less traffic, enjoyable to travel, and cheaper, enjoyable to travel around it. So I could do like Aaron Spencer in Arkansas, which will be interesting. In Ohio, the Amish woman, Ruth Miller, who killed her son and said it was an offering. That's a wild case because she shockingly pled not guilty, which I was like, really? Girl, really? This is, if you want to look up a fascinating case, fascinating body cam footage, look up Ruth Miller, Amish. And the police are way too nice to her. It's shocking. It also indicates how overly sycophantic police are to religious sects. Well, you can think of Scientology, right? And my first immediate thought about that was that the way they treat people in Curious Joel. I remember I was walking around with my dog in Curious Joel, and they threatened to arrest me because that's a very Hasidic community. And non-Hasidics are not even supposed to, you're legally allowed to go wherever you want. But non-Hasidics are looked upon oddly if you go there. But the police were they're so protective of the Hasidic community to the point where they will violate anybody else's rights. to protect them, or they will violate normal legal procedure to be extra sensitive and extra nice to them, which is what happened, I think, in the Ruth Miller case. So look that up. Words means things. Maybe. Nepo baby, Dodge's parents are YouTubers. Yeah, I think she's saying, I'm a Nepo baby, therefore I should be able to afford. There are different levels of nepotism, children. And yeah, that's an incorrect thing because I'm not actually involved. Nepotism would imply you're involved in your parents' career, of which I'm not. But I understand the statement. If you cover the Amish case, I recommend staying. Thank you. Screenshot. Recommend staying at the Salt Fork State Park. Cool. Love to. Salt Fork State Park Lodge. Insanity is hard to claim in Ohio. Oh, I thought it was a joke because Ohio's the state, but insanity in general. Yeah, I bet. I don't, but she didn't even say that. She just said she's not guilty. And I wonder if you could amend it to like not guilty for reason of insanity. But if she just saying she didn't do it when she told the police she did it, I'm like, girl, good luck. Mark Karen is the murderer. Okay, thank you. Well, Amy had a screenshot of that case. Amy, did I miss a whole trial, or do they just have some preliminary stuff? That's what I'm curious about. You're funny. New name. You're not a nepotism baby, just a trust fund kid. That would be more accurate. Trust fund kid. People have different, my trust fund was enough to give me a half the salary at a year's work at McDonald's. Like some people have trust funds where they go to Europe and the Hamptons and have designer bags and chauffeurs and shit, and not me. I don't even have a credit card. I have a debit card. Look into Ellen Ginsberg case. Thank you, Melissa. Her fiance said she unalived herself with 20 stab wounds in the back of head. Jesus. Heck, wow. Oh, I did hear about that. Fiance I heard the Shapiro connection thing. Do you know, Melissa, God, that was Pennsylvania. I'd love to do something in Pennsylvania. Melissa, do you know if there's a trial coming for that? So you guys are so helpful. Some of you have actually pointed me to I can't remember which ones, but some of you pointed me to some really good stuff. One of you pointed me to Aaron Spencer. I was like, thanks. That's helpful. My boss is a trust fund kid, the Hampton type. Yes, they're very different. Very, very, very different. My parents have said, we'll help you with money, but not so much where a full-time job, even if it was minimum wage, wouldn't be similar or more to what you're giving. Would be a huge difference. They're trust fund kids where a minimum wage full-time job would be 1/4 of what they get a year. When does Diddy? I will be there for the Diddy sentencing, probably with the girl I'm dating. I'm going to try to also guide her and plan to have her, make sure she kind of blows up a little bit. But the Diddy trial, Diddy sentencing is in October. Luigi Mangione in mid-September has a thing as well. This guy's gonna be very disappointed. He's trying to get to the river. I don't know, is this gonna taste like salt or is it gonna taste like fresh water? You might be disappointed, but you could try. You could go down, try it. You could try it. You might be disappointed. If you want to try the water, you could try it. Here, you want to go down? I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to be pleasurable for you, but you can try it. He's obsessed with bodies of water. Let me put a 1 if you think this is going to be salt. Put a 2 if you think it's going to be fresh water. Uh-oh. Try it. Is it good? No. Guys, this is going to be fresh. Oh, it's good. It's good. Is it good? Yeah, you like it. Okay. Oh, good. It's fresh water. I'm going to try it. Just I'm curious. I'm going to be gross and try a little sip of this because I'm curious if it's fresh or salt. Ugh. Salt. Sorry, it's salt, man. I don't even know why you're drinking it. Ugh. Sorry to disappoint you. At least it's nice and cool. I told you it's probably going to be salt. We're in the East, man. We're not in the non-East. In the East, you're going to have to drink salt water. I know it's tragic. Look up Polly Licken's case out of Sharon. Oh, I remember. I stayed in Airbnb. I covered the East Palestine stuff. That's very close to Sharon. Deshaun Walker's going to trial. Oh my God, dismembering a transgender child. How is that not huge news? I will say, if there's an active effort to not have transgender people exist, evidence for that would be that I've never heard of that case whatsoever, and that is kind of a big deal. Wow. Bring up finances at every level. Sound jealous. Thank you, Cheeks. I appreciate that. So much to be jealous of, though. I think some are probably curious because I'm like walking in the middle. So they're curious how it works. Some just like to defile me. There's Amtrak. I don't ever take it because it's unreliable and always gets delayed. It's a piece of shit. Only their local news in Pittsburgh. Wow. Do you know, is there a trial for that, Elizabeth? Yeah, fuck yeah, I go to that. Especially that's important too. Like if there's an effort to try to erase trans people or them as human beings when they're involved in crimes. Because it could be the media didn't want to get caught for being sympathetic towards trans people who are just people like anyone else, and that they were like, oh, we're not going to run this story. Like I didn't hear any of it from Law and Crime, for an example. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I'll look up the next date. My dogs hate you. Have interesting dogs. They must be small. Is that the Thames River? Probably. I don't know. Is it? Which river is it? We're on the ocean. We're in New London. Well, this is the bay and the river. It may be I don't know what the river is. Is it the Connecticut River? Are you kidding with the Thames? Because that's in London, right? Or is there another one? I don't think there's another. Thanks for here. Appreciate the attention. It's no well. Now this is a special trick. Well, I should chase my shoe. Thanks for saying hi. No, never. He doesn't even give it back to me. He'll just drop it. That's the worst part. A lot of child abuse and alive cases in the Pittsburgh area, yeah. Well, dog would love Pittsburgh. There's a lot more rivers in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you that. All this stuff sounds brutal in the winter, though, but come March, it all sounds nice. I'll still be there in the winter, though. Pittsburgh in January will be intense. Yeah, interesting. Well, yeah, thank you guys. There's a lot of stuff to cover. Fratellini will be interesting. A lot of this stuff hasn't gone to trial yet. I missed the Donna Adelson one. My whole theory on that was the dog would hate Tallahassee in the summer, but he'd like Tallahassee in the winter. I'm curious in the Donna Adelson case, of lately as I've been following it, there's still other people that could be charged, right? Like the wife could still be charged potentially. So if she's charged and there's a trial, I'll go to that 100%. But it's tough. It's interesting expanding beyond the Scientology content because it's always a gamble. You try to figure out what you can go to and what you can't, what's going to get attention. So it's like it's a risky era in this YouTube chapter, I suppose. When you go home, you want to go home? Want to check it? Can't just stand there. Wendy is next. Yeah, Wendy. Right. Does Wendy have an actual... She doesn't have a trial date or anything, right? Or have they charged her? Because when that happens, I'm sure as shit going to that. Now that it's past September, Tallahassee and January Tallahassee trip, that'll be real nice. Was it Tallahassee or was it Gainesville? I can't remember if it was Tallahassee or Gainesville. Feel bad for the Markells. Me too. You can do Wendy's trial. Word on the street, grand jury. Oh, badass. Thank you, Wina. Cool. I will probably be at Wendy's trial. Word on the street is grand jury meeting on it today. Cool. Today and tomorrow. Thank you, Wina. It'll be in front of the grand jury. Wow. So the grand jury will figure out whether to indict, which I'm sure they will, especially after Donna got found guilty with their crazy explosions. Not that it matters. You know, also... Damn it. How many freaking Amtrak trains are there? Also, something... Sure, new name. Let me know. New name, my email is dodge.landesman@gmail.com. Classic Harry says, yes, I think Wendy should be charged. Word. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out today, right? What did Wendy do? I think she facilitated a lot of it, if I'm not mistaken, because it's all about seeing the kids. I mean, I've been following that case very lately. Don't count on me for reporting accurately on this, but from what I gather, she was an orchestra, because a lot of this was a murder. This is again, the light understanding that I understand a lot less of a case if I don't plan on following it. Although I followed it with mild interest. The light understanding is that there's a murder for hire, somebody's husband, she wanted her kids back. The matriarch, the mother of Wendy, orchestrated a lot of it. It looks like probably Wendy, the wife, did too, but that is what the grand jury is testifying. It will make a decision upon. Name likes shade. He does. And we, as early, it's progressively getting a little hotter. So he was like good when I picked him up an hour ago at 9:30, but now that it's 10:30, he's like, oh, this is a little too hot for my taste. Hey, Trixie, nice to have you. If we're up to the dog, we'd probably walk from 5 in the morning until 10 in the morning, then he'd be asleep until 10 in the morning until 7 p.m. when it would get dark, and then he'd walk and then go to sleep again. It's probably what you like to do. Well, I hope you liked New London, all right. It probably wasn't your favorite. He liked Boston. We'll upload some photos from Boston. Got a lot of love from the college kids, but not me. Murder of the first degree, criminal homicide, aggravated assault, abuse of a corpse. Wow, Elizabeth knows her shit. And tampering with evidence are his charges. Cool. She manipulated her family, says Wina, and helped facilitate by giving her family her husband's schedule. Oh, interesting. So she gave the full, this is when I know he'll be here. This is the perfect, that's interesting. Well, then that's a lot to go over. There's a lot to talk about. Pardon me.
Hi,
good morning. What's going on? Yeah, there's a lot of it. And it's a lot, yeah. The murder stuff, you can kind of go anywhere for that and figure out what's cool. Because I'm unlike other people. Like, to me, other people think, oh, middle America. I'm like, yes, middle America. He loves middle America, I'll tell you that much. He loves he is not a coastal elite. Are you a coastal elite? You can sit if you want. Yeah, he wants to sit. You can't sit forever. Maybe you can. You can look up it. Yeah, but you looked it up super quickly. Therein lies the difference. Oh, your fur feels hot. You feel like a hot blanket. It's gonna lick me. See, I got all dressed up for no reason. Tragic. Hope you liked my outfit, though. Maybe you get somebody's number. Okay, you could look up by Dodge and Pop and Dog. Nice to have you, Pippi Longstocking. How are you? I love Name. Name loves you. You can see him. Nice, taking a little rest. Cover name, and I'll look that up. That one I don't know either. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. Ugh, you got a little splits. Oh, whoopsie. Oh, sorry. The dog just went crazy because I pulled something off him. But you can't even see the dog. I can switch. There he is. We gotta go. We gotta walk at some point. Nice fashion choice. Thank you. This is pure 50s. The jacket is 50s. I got a lot of hate because I wore this to the ZDT arrest and it was too big on me. It's gotten tailored since then, but glad you like it. This is a good profile pic. Get a screenshot this. Give me a moment, actually. It's like a perfect picture. Hold on. Okay, now I'm back. It's less good with the camera. Colors look good in you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Looking clean, broski. Yeah, dressed up, but for no reason. kind of tragically, but that's all right. At least you guys got to see me. Maybe give me a super chat for looking so nice. Just don't ever forget I'm a whore. Have you heard about the cheerleader with the dead baby in the back? Yes, I have heard about that. Reminds me of the song. I'm just a prom night dumpster baby. I'm just a prom night dumpster baby. I'm just a prom night dumpster baby. And I'm taking a stroll. He's taking a stroll. No, I shouldn't have joking. I was just thinking of Family Guy. But yeah, I did hear about that case. I feel like it's fucked up to say that's relatively common. You do hear about that type of case every so often, but I'd be interested. Again, Ohio, all this stuff is close. Ohio is close and cheap and full of streams and waterfalls and lakes that the dog would adore. God, I remember when I was in East Palestine, we got a whole house. I was staying with the dog, and we got a whole house for like $70 a night. Whole house is awesome. So they'll be good living in Ohio. I wonder if it's East or West Ohio, because East Ohio has very good Jewish deli sandwiches, very famous corned beef. West Ohio, of course, has chili threesome, chili three-way, but that's some good shit. Mad Men vibes, totally, yeah, totally the Mad Men era. They took her ex's DNA. Interesting. Okay, wow. Hey, that's a smart way to figure that out. Lake Snelling. Oh, cool. Is it where Lake Snelling is? I never heard of Lake Snelling, but it sounds cool. Thank you. It is the Thames River, Amy. You're right. Thames River Gallery. You're right, Amy. I'm sure you knew you were right. But I thought you were being silly. I thought like, no, we're not in London. But that's not what you meant. You are right. I didn't know that. I never heard of the Thames River before. I heard of the Connecticut River. This is a beautiful, thriving business. But never the Thames. Nice little view. Maybe we'll see the apartment I'm renting. The apartment is kind of cool. It's a renovated, it used to be a salon, and they changed it into an Airbnb. I'm gonna see if I can get a fountain soda here. Probably not, but it's worth a try. Unless the dog is hanging back. Chicago would be interesting to cover. Chicago would. I mean, a lot of the ice stuff is interesting. There's definitely going to be some ice cases I'll cover. Camaro Brego Garcia is an interesting one. Those get thrown out a lot as well, which is interesting. But Camaro Brego Garcia in Nashville in January, I'll be there for that. And then the other one, Mohammed Khalil, I can't remember the guy's name, but I'll be there for that one too. I gotta go to the store real quick. Thank you. Oh, beef patties, man. Definitely gotta get some beef patties. You gotta stay right back. No fountains. Bummer. Oh well. No fountains. Also, Cardi B is getting sued again. Oh, Chicago by a viral turning off of TikTok. That's hilarious. That one is new for me. I'm not a fan of hers, ever. That's a special trick. I hate it. I gotta get a new pair of shoes like every 2 weeks. Some bullshit.
You like that too?
Yeah, he don't even give it back. Stick it all across the street. And he yet again destroys my shoe. How fun. Can we get McDonald's? Nah, we're gonna eat some better food than that. Sorry, it's friendly. Chill. I'll probably go to a Peruvian bakery. Honeybee Farms Market. Breakfast sandwiches. Now I'm gonna go more authentic. They got grinders. Should I get a breakfast sandwich? I think this guy is a C-list porn actor. Hey, tell all the ladies that. Tell them I've had a career. I like older women too. Okay.
Is that that your dog?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
mine. Thanks for checking. He's friendly.
I was like, the way you treat you, I'm like, but then you walked behind him still. So I was like, that's weird.
Or he's just like, oh, who's that random dog stealing my shoe? That's his favorite trick,
I'm gonna
unfortunately.
get 2 tenders and the dodo.
First, I can check on the grinders and sandwiches. I know that, yes, Amy. Although other people might not know that. Breakfast all day. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Sausage, egg, and cheese. Sausage, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Buffalo, please.
How you doing? Good, thank you. If I could please get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and then also a sausage, egg, and cheese. Yeah, and a roll. Yeah.
783 altogether.
I already got my cigarettes for today, Bob, but thank you. Oh, shit, where's my dog? Hey! Oh, there you are. You're right here. All right, give me a minute. Well, you're probably coming. Fuck it. You're all right. Don't get too excited. I don't know why he does it. He does this all the time. I don't know why. Anybody know why dogs do this? He does this to me all the time where he needs to like lock arms. He needs to jump at me and then lock arms. And I don't know why. If anybody can explain to me why he does this, I'd be curious. You see, he won't let go. Now he's doing the other arm. He's doing the other arm. He's got to do both. Okay, I'll give you both arms. Now he needs to lick me. He's got to lick me. Now he's licking me. Okay, thank you. Are you going to lick me more? He wants sniffs, he does. He's nervous and wants reassurance. For what's he nervous about? He loves you, maybe even protective. Oh, I like that. Well, we got some different point of views. Yeah, relax.
Sorry about that.
Chill. That's nice, Pippi. I'll take that. The restaurant. Oh, please. Thanks, Amy. Tell them now. How you doing? Oh, those the sandwiches. Awesome. I can get Diet Coke too. Actually, never mind. I already got that.
Sure.
Yeah.
1471.
Thank you. Cool. Thank you, Amy. Uncle Joe's. Sweet. Got my bacon, egg, and cheese. This is like nice parts about New York. If you're in Dallas, you can't get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Maybe you get a shit one from Dunkin' Donuts, but they ain't real. That ain't the real. Well, they don't have Dunkin' Donuts there anyway. All right. Put a 1 in the chat. Who is the shittiest bacon, egg, and cheese? Tim Hortons? Probably $1. No worries. God bless. Safe travels. No worries. Because he's your best friend. He wants to leave. Fair. Fair insults to me. Uncle Joe's. Cool. Uncle Joe's sounds good. The food has been good the whole time, man. That's one of their great joys of traveling is eating all this different places. Sorry, he's friendly. Sorry about that. Hey, chill. There we go. Maybe he doesn't want a leash. He wants to be controlled. I don't think so. I'm an advocate of freedom. Newport's. Grinder sandwiches. Talked about. It's Kentucky. Oh, Lock and Snelling. Oh, I thought you said. Oh, that's the person's name. Why do people keep? Why? Who keeps naming their kids Lakin? I mean, I'm one to talk with a weird ass name, but why is Lakin becoming like so popular with like basic bitches? Like it's always, who is that annoying girl? Lakin Riley? Lakin, yeah. She was annoying. That was the swimmer. Lakin Riley is the one who died, sadly. I got her and Riley Gaines confused. By the way, if you're a women's swimmer, like transgender people coming into your sport is the best thing that ever happened to you because nobody cared about you before. But anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, thank you. So Lakin Snelling. What a name. The Kentucky, University of Kentucky? Was she out in Covington then, near Cincinnati? So, if you say Ohio and she's University of Kentucky, I don't know where the University of Kentucky is, but flirt, man, flirt. Me, I'm not flirting with anybody today. If they want to flirt with me, I'd be into it. I never had one of those because I'm allergic to milk. I'm sorry, Amy. That's a bummer. The East Coast is great food. Yeah, God, we ate great in Boston. Had great seafood. Went to Mike's Pastries, Bova's Bakery, Modern Bakery. Got amazing pastries. I got some bomb-ass Chinese food. The dog had half roast duck from Chinatown. In Albany, we had some great pizza. I went on Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews and did his top pizza review areas in Albany, and it did not let me down. Because Albany is the beginning. Albany is like the end of good pizza. Albany is like spillover. It's close enough to New York City where the pizza's still good. I saw my friends in Albany too. He became you can look him up. His name is Billy Floyd. I used to be an anchor with him in Wyoming, and he quit the biz. And he's like me. He's cobbling things together and has a social media profile. He's very good looking. He did much better with women than I ever did. And he's a real social media personality, but he keeps having these extra gigs. He was an announcer for the Glens Falls hockey team, and now he has an additional gig where he's an announcer for Union College for their hockey team as well. No, he's Glens Falls baseball and Union College in Schenectady hockey. So I got to watch him announce a game, which is very cool. It was a nice little trip, and then did some hiking in the Adirondacks. Adirondacks even had good food because they had like fish and stuff. But there's nothing like the Northeast with the bacon, egg, and cheese. Tiny is a pizza expert. Just ask him. Is ZDT, is he? Because you can't get, people keep trying to claim that there's good pizza in LA. There's not good pizza in LA. So if you're like, I like pizza and I live in LA, you're not a pizza expert because pizza's not good in LA. There's one good pizza place in San Diego, but you could tell, I forget what it's called. It's at Pacific Beach. It's very famous. It was good. It wasn't spectacular, but you could tell how bad pizza in the West Coast is because this was the only good pizza place around, and you knew it was the only good pizza place around because it was packed. I had to wait 40 minutes to get my fucking pizza, which was like slightly better than a New York average dollar slice. And to them, this was Christ-like. It was some shitty bar. I hate eating at bars too. I generally don't like bars. And the obsession of this place for this decent enough pizza was like, this proves to stop saying it. If you're in Denver, and we have good pizza. No, you don't have good pizza. Dog got scared. We have good pizza in LA. No, you fucker. No. I mean, I get filled with rage when people just try to say that like pizza just right. You should be filled because you're a pizza expert. You live in Los Angeles, and I know you don't leave your house, bitch. Did Portnoy have a complaint? No, Portnoy doesn't go to California though. I don't think because he knows there's shitty pizza. Tiny's a pizza expert. Just ask him. Stupid ass. I'm not gonna stop making fun of him for that shit. I'd be at the casino buffet, dogs. That's a good choice. I'm jealous because my dogs are a menace. Thank you. My dog is pretty well behaved. Thank you for noticing. University of Lexington, Kentucky. She's on House Arrest. She's all over the place. Lexington has the Quarter Horse Hall of Fame. I went to Lexington before I had a car, and I used to take Greyhounds everywhere. And what is Lexington? The dog loves turkey. You know what they got in Kentucky is the hot brown. The hot brown sandwich, which is a turkey cooked in an unusual way. It's quite good. So you go like Lexington, go to the quarter horse. We could go to the horses so we can try to attack them. That's what my dog loves doing. If he sees a horse, he like tries to bite them. Dodge Lexington. He must have been thinking of Lexington Steel. He must have. I was like, where did that come from? Yeah, Chicago. Okay, there are. Let me correct myself. There are regions that do a unique style of pizza, which is good. And I am not one of those New Yorkers who say that deep dish sucks. Deep dish is good. Chicago has good pizza, asterisk, if you eat deep dish. There are others like that. I believe Cleveland has their own square pizza, which is good. If you want to look at a weird frickin' pizza, look at a West Virginia pizza or a disgusting Pennsylvania pizza where they don't melt the cheese. It's the grossest shit I've ever seen. But yeah, Chicago has good pizza. Detroit has their own version of pizza too. So there are cities that are, but they're only cities. They're not the whole region. But there's cities that are outliers. That is accurate. And I don't, again, I'm not like Jon Stewart where he did that rant against deep dish. Deep dish is good. Where you want to go? You want to go home? You want to not go home? You want to cross the street? You got to melt it. Yeah, look it up. Look up pizza. I can't remember what it's called, but look up Pennsylvania pizza. Don't melt the cheese. The grossest shit I've ever seen. And apparently it's popular, which I'm shocked by. Tomatoes put the cheese on cold. Yeah. Denver, look, I'm not saying Denver has bad food. Far from it. Denver has very good green chili, yes. I mean, New Mexico is a foodie's delight if you like certain things. Now, Denver's taking it from New Mexico, but it's close enough to New Mexico they could take it. New Mexico is great. They have the green chili, and they have a big native population. If any of you had a Navajo taco with the fry bread, it's the most delicious thing you'll ever eat. Fry bread, Navajo taco is like, oh my God, that shit is good. And they do Frito pies like nobody's business. Those are the triple crowns. It's a green chili, Frito pies, and Navajo tacos. Denver, yeah, a lot of these places, very few places have bad. There are cities that just have bad food, like Midland, Texas. Midland had good Mexican, actually. You know, ironically though, even though I love Mexico, Mexican is probably one of my, I still like it, but it's not one of my favorites. Wrong. Correct, Chicago pizza is a thin crust. I've heard that. I don't agree because New York takes a cake with good thin crust pizza. Also, Detroit has the square pan. That's Detroit. Yeah, okay. So Detroit has it's not Cleveland's Detroit, eh? Yeah. So Detroit has its own thing and it's good. But that's them understanding that they can't do normal pizzas. They have to do it differently, and it's still good. So they figure it out, and I commend them. And they don't try to be something they're not. But it's not the normal, stereotypical pizza. I went to a bad food town in Virginia called Culpeper. Hard to imagine bad food in Virginia. They got all the southern buffets. And Virginia's not bad. Wonder what state would I have to think of for the worst? Wyoming was bad. When I lived in Wyoming for the upper mountain west, not Denver, but like Wyoming has bad food. Because they're either, like the place that the worst food is they're not near any bodies of water or big farm process, big agricultural, or they're not near a lake, they're not near an ocean, and they're not near like a bunch of farms. Like Iowa has great pork tenderloin because they have the highest concentration of pigs. I don't know why, but they have the most delicious pork tenderloin sandwich. So a lot of these states have their thing. Like obviously Wisconsin, the cheese curds, like anything dairy, is spectacular, right? Again, a high concentration of cows. Iowa, pigs. Wisconsin, cows. But Wyoming, it was terrible. Like Idaho had good food because Idaho was near streams and lakes. So there's good fish. But I'd say Wyoming is probably the worst. When I just did North Dakota, that was bad too. Cheyenne supposedly is good food. I've been to Cheyenne twice. I ain't find nothing. Wyoming's not bad with their steak. You know, the cowboy style steak is a thing. But not as great because, again, it's like the cows are harder to come by. The meat's less fresh. But it's interesting when you travel, you know how to be a good eater because you think, what am I near? What is this place near? First, what are their populations? right? What if there's an ethnic enclave? That means it's going to have good food. There's a Korean population. There's going to be Korean food, etc. Vietnamese, Somalian, all that food is good. It's gonna make me hungry as hell. Hopefully we're done walking soon. James, I'll have to try that too. I always had bagels, cream cheese. Now it's just okay. Yeah, New York has the best bagels. Ain't nobody else coming close. Spock, that sounds good too. I don't know what Spock is, but cool. Pizza is like sex. It's all good. It's just that some is better than others. This is true. Some pizza looks a lot better than the other pizza. You can't go in. This is not where you live. Come. This is not your home. We can go home. Go home. Come. We're right there. Come on. Thank you. Anyway, what are we talking about? You want to chase a shoe? Anybody know why? Like, anybody else's dog do this? And just chase shoes for no freaking reason? It's upsetting. It's traumatizing. Has Name had a burger lately? No, he hasn't. Actually, good question. Cooked him some turkey legs. And he got some duck. He hasn't had a burger in a long time. He's very picky with burgers too. Most burgers he won't eat. He won't eat burgers from Burger King. He won't eat burgers from McDonald's. It's not good enough for him. He'll eat burgers from Wendy's, In-N-Out, and Culver's, and Freddy's. So he'll eat some burgers, but other burgers he won't eat. And there are none of those places here, except for Wendy's. Wendy's is his least favorite, probably. But he likes it all right. Oh, you shifty fucker. I thought we were going back. You're fine. You go wherever you want. He loves the burger. He likes burgers, though. He's probably not his favorite. Jamie Fierce, good to have you. Got some good people in the crew. What else should I look at, guys? What else is happening? Do you know when the Gavin Potter case is happening? I've been meaning to do a stream with Jacob about it. But that one, obviously, it looks like that's in the chat. If you think I should give an update on that Gavin Potter wasn't there, just if you'd like to get an update on it from somebody who's not Aaron, I suppose. Oh shit, my money just fell out. Where the frick is this guy going? Oh well. We're walking for damn near an hour. He ain't quitting, because he knew where we wants to go back, he'll go the direction back where we're staying. And I kept trying to shepherd him back to it, but no well. Oh yes, the Montreal style bagels. They're weird because they don't like to toast them. They are good. They are more crispier. I've had them in Montreal. Doc's been to Montreal too. He had a good time. He does not like bagels though. But smoked meat, Montreal is famous for their smoked meat, which is another word for Jewish deli sandwich. He did like the Montreal smoked meat. And we got some fondue too, he liked that. What is your life goal? What's my life goal? I don't think any of us can answer that question. It's more of a problem that I can't answer it than you, though. His life goal is just to be alive. You know, it's interesting that was saying, like, when he had cancer and everything, that, like, if he didn't get any treatment, he was just on the street, like, he would have died within, like, 6 months of me getting him. Like, of the time I got him, if I didn't get him, and he didn't get any treatment, he would have died, like, 6 months. Now I've had him for 5 years. It's a very important meeting we're calling into. All right, I'll call in. Thank you. Oh, sweet. Hell yeah, Amy, thank you. I assume that'll be on your posts. That I should call into, absolutely. Taking there anything, I try to make it myself. Cool. That's impressive. I can't cook for anything. That's the toughest part. If anybody wants to tell me really easy things to cook, where you just put something in a pan, I know how to cook steak. I can cook pork chops. I could cook corn. I could boil corn. I could cook ramen. I could cook spaghetti with butter. And that's about it. I could cook Rice Krispie treats. I really can't cook anything else. I could cook burgers, kind of, although I've never seen to cook them very effectively. It's sad. I can't cook either, LOL. It's tough. Especially me growing up in New York City. I ain't never been in need. And then I guess you marry, and then you don't ever have to worry about cooking. Because people think your wife does it or something. But sometimes you gotta cook. You gotta learn how to do it. So I can do very basic, but not anything else. That's another reason I like traveling, because I like to have good food and I can't make it myself. I'll tag you, dog. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. You're very on the ball with this stuff. Respect. Stop. How's Auto LA doing? Speaking of very active people on the ball on city council shit. Oh, she's all right. I hope she's still posting. She better be. I don't think she did. She seems to take it in stride and not really think it was that big of a deal. But I hope she wasn't too hurt by any of the DOE stuff. She knows that has nothing to do with her. Anyway, I respect her a lot because she's very adult and nonchalant and not non-bombastic and non-bellicose. So she's still at it. She better be. Good. I mean, that's, it's just like some of the people DOA had issues with, like, it was mutual. But some of these people are just like the sweetest, nicest, smartest, most helpful, most beneficial to the movement people that you can go after. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, just people who are, like, Mindy is just a pure, kind soul. Dan Walks LA just has a pure, kind soul. Ditto Auto LA. And I really, like, when people are, like, objectively, like, it sounds overblown for me to describe them this way. But really, when they're objectively Christ-like, they turn the other cheek, they help people, they don't feel the need to brag, they sacrifice. In some senses, it's not an accurate descriptor for these three people, three of many. And when these people that are objectively good and objectively emanate light, I always say that Mindy and Dan and Audit, they all emanate light. And you can see people who emanate light. There's not a lot of them. And it's just sad when those objectively the kindest people that you might ever meet in your life are attacked for absolutely no reason. It's sad. Browned some ground beef. That's a good idea. Chopped onions. Oh, that sounds good. Screenshotting. Thank you, Cheeks. Bring to boil, cover similar. Oh, it's goulash. Cool. Russian. Last night I modded for Minty. Nice, Professor. She's a very good person to mod for. Pure, kind soul will only get your ass hurt in life. This is true. This is true. This is why I'm not. It's not inaccurate, ETLA. I've advised Minty a few times to kick ADT in the balls. It's good she didn't take my advice now that there's a court case. But, like, yeah, I feel you. Minty was doing goofy stuff on Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, that's fun. Nothing wrong with that. Classic goulash pasta instead of rice. Okay, I like rice better than pasta. I could cook rice. I can do that. Some things I could do confidently. Not many. I'm one of Audit's mods. Awesome, Amy. She's in good hands in that regard then. Very good hands. Think you could jump? Doc's too scared to jump. This is a dead-end street, man. I don't know what you want from it. I don't know how you'll be satisfied. Hi, all. Hey, Mindy's mom. Are you really Mindy's mom? Nice to have you. I was just saying good things. Been a pleasure to get to know you if you're really Mindy's mom. If you're not, well, I'm still a fan of Mindy's mom. And if it really is Mindy's mom, thank you for being such a strong advocate for your daughter. And you've had to go through so much pain, but you've been very forceful in getting her the right legal representation, going to all the hearings, being there for her. So shout out to Mom of the Year, Mindy's mom. Amy M, I realized not long ago that you have the same name as my daughter. Cool. Amy is a good name. It's better than Lakin. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. Mindy's mom is, like I remember that song. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Mindy's mom's strong. Word. Yeah, she's a good hand. She has a whole, people comment she has a whole army. Mindy has a whole army of supporters. ZDT has had nobody show up for him ever. Not once in person. Is there ZDT saying how popular he is, how much support he has? He's never had anybody show up in support of him in court, not once. There hasn't been a single time. Did Aj ever show up? No, I don't think Aj ever showed up in court. Not once, dude. So that speaks volumes. Mindy has had a lot of people show up for her. You know, it's been her mom and a lot of her family, Eric Rader, Ever. I don't know why I didn't put two to two together. I just realized that Eric and Ever were together, and I'm like, damn, Eric, good job. Like, you gotta teach me your ways, bro. Impressive. Pippi, why do you go to scale supporters? What a want you still support. But it's do not. Let's talk. You have to do another little informal poll, eh? Which way shall you go? Which way is a beneficial way for you to go? You want to go to the shade? Oh, we could do that. He says, I'm on the side. Yeah, works to Pippi's mouth. Don't be a pipsqueak. My sandwiches have gotten cold because we've been walking so long. Oh well. C'est la vie. Rascal. I was trying to get back to bed. I slept 3 hours. Because I'm an insomniac type. Because I don't have to get up that early for court cases often. Because the last one was 3 p.m. The Fratelline one was 3 p.m. and the Boston one was 3 p.m. I'm like, yes, sleep in. A lot of love have been found in the movement. Antics of a Mama Squirrel and Manning 8. Okay, I don't know them. I'll check them out. Don't see Aja post anymore. Yeah, how's Aja doing? Does anybody know? At some point, we need to do like a VH1, where are they now? I think that would be fun. Where's Denver J now? Where's Aja now? Have they all just flown away? I wish them. Aja did what she could in her way. Kind of. It is interesting. You know, I've met, not many, but I've met 6 transgender people in my life, and 2 of them were MAGA, which is interesting. But that's okay. You can believe what the politics you'd like to believe. Even if the politics are against who you are, it's an interesting belief to have, but, you know, we're all entitled. The 2 Chris's. Who's the other Chris? Confident Chris. How's Confident Chris doing? Chris without a Hellcat. Did Chris ever get his Hellcat? Poor guy. I had a Hellcat. No, I had a Camaro. Similar to a Hellcat. Did he ever get his Hellcat? Did he ever try to grit for a Hellcat? He didn't. How come he never tried to grit for a Hellcat? DOA gritted for his RV. How come he couldn't grit for his Hellcat? Who wants that anyway? I guess it's a nice car. It's a Dodge, right? Hey, cool. Chris had a Hellcat, like, his grandparents got murdered, right? It's pretty crazy. And then did somebody accuse him of scamming people, which I don't think he did, but people were accusing him of scamming people because he talked about his grandparents' murder. And he said he was using that as an excuse to scam people, which seems far-fetched. I mean, that's the problem about this, is it takes some thick skin to really stay invested in it. Because whether it be Reddit or whether it be another site or whatever, people will take one little thing and blow it up 10 times bigger to try to point to something nefarious when there isn't anything nefarious. I mean, Mindy too, right? She's a bad actor. She's a plant. Yada, 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 yada. You know, and it does take, I mean, I don't care. I let it roll off my back. Because I've been in the hard scrabble worlds of local politics, which all it is talking shit. Nobody ever grows up. So I got used to it, but if you're not used to it, it can be really hurtful and traumatizing and damaging, you know? And it's a shame because a lot of these people, they stayed longer, I think would have had, you know, a real following, but it's hard to just treat it as white noise, you know? It's not a reflex you can do that easily, I don't think. In my opinion. That was Cam. Cam, right, Cam. So I got Chris without a Hellcat and Cam confused. That's right. Well, I wish Cam. They're all before me. They're the before Dodge era. BD Energy. BDE. I'm kidding. I'm so important. There's before Dodge and after Dodge. This is BD, before Dodge. I'm kidding. The bullying is terrible. Yeah. Professor Kakon is correct. He says Mindy is a good actress and a great singer. Yes and yes. Accurate. She's a great singer. I haven't seen her act, actually, but she is a great singer. I'm not bad, but she's, like, amazing. Oh, you can... Awkward. Sorry. Bullying is terrible, indubitably it is. You know? It was Confident Chris mods that started the Cam and Jessica rumors. Got exposed on Reddit. Why did Cam ever hook up with Jessica or something? Was that a thing? I never heard that. Dodge, read my comment. Oh, I just did. There you go. BDE is Carrie Lake. When she said, like, DeSantis said BDE is like gross. Gross. Confident Chris. Well, I'm sorry that. Yeah, a lot of people were mad. I mean, I still like the guy, but people were enraged at Confident Chris's mods. And that's a tough one that I've been guilty of too. It's how much, you know, I mean, I don't have mods, but how responsible are you for your chat? How can you rein it in effectively? What are you responsible? Unto what does someone say where it falls on you versus not falls on you? Right? His mods made the Cam with scamming rumors. That's not good. Yeah, I don't think it didn't seem like he's scamming or anything. The backstories before I got there, and I looked up a lot of it. It was fascinating. I was like, God, this is a whole crew of people. Which mods? Apparently, Confident Chris. That's what Lola says. Confident Chris. I can't confirm or deny. But just go in. There you go. That's some fresh water. Wonder if it's cold at all. Yeah, it's pretty cold. You got your fresh water. Well, I wouldn't call it fresh, but it doesn't have salt. Now you're happy, aren't you? The mods and DOA's chats are now bullying people. Haven't they always been bullying people? That doesn't seem terribly new, does it? Doesn't seem terribly new at all. AJ and Britt and X, they are in DOA's chat. Spreading lies. Not good. Is DOA streaming now? They infiltrated early. Yeah. You know, some of it is... That's the sad part. Some of it is tactical about trying to pin the person down as quickly as possible so you create the narrative before people even get to know them. Case in point, Minty. He really likes his fountain. He's having a good time. No Confident Chris's mods are in DO. Wow. Okay. Well, takes one to know one, I suppose. DOA's chat has not been the nicest either. Let's get real. Don't destroy it. Please don't destroy their water system. Good sir. He always needs to chew on shit. Guess Julie B said I told one of those mods something crazy. Yeah, that was a whole controversy with Julie B. Wasn't it? He's gonna live here? This is your home now. You seem so satisfied. Apparently, I told one of them Julie doesn't like them, even though I don't talk to them. Yeah, they always make up like quotes out of thin air, right? Sorry, I went through it. Yeah. A lot of shit out of thin air. And some people let it ruin them when really, you only lose about 40 to 50 subscribers. I guess if you have like 1,000, 40 to 50 subscribers, pardon me, it makes a difference. But you don't actually lose that many subscribers even if DOE attacks you. I've done the tangible numbers. The tangible numbers is like 30 to 40 tops. Didn't they date, huh? Chris X Mods assessed them in the chat. Well, I know that somebody dated their mod, or is still dating their mod. That's wild. I hooked up with some of my people in the chat, but I never dated them. Have you ever ratted in your life? Never. I don't rat on anybody. No snitch. Never. Are you just gonna live here now? Huh? Are you gonna go anywhere else? Is this your life now? Until you die? Okay. I've never ratted in my life. Not once. Not once. You never once paid for drugs. Not once. He's enjoying it. So I ain't moving. I remember X attacked Jessica Palmodest in Chris's chat and blocked her. I don't know who X is. Malcolm X? What if Malcolm X were involved in these chats? I had forgotten about all the drama. I think they dated. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of drama to remember. I don't know how anybody keeps up with it. You really like this little area, don't you? It's got shade and it's got cool water. Home and you want to eat it, you can eat it. But you're gonna have to get off the fountain. You're a soaking wet doggy. So at some point, we're gonna have to go and you can have your little bacon, egg, and cheese. Because you like egg, and I know. Wanna come? No? Okay. Dog is living his best life. He really is. He ain't anybody else. He ain't letting anybody else tell him to live any different. He ain't accepting it. Dude, are you ever gonna like move yourself from this fountain or no? Are you just gonna be an asshole? You can be an asshole. That is your civil liberty as a dog. You ready? No? Okay. Fine. Dog is cool. Yeah. You like it? Definitely. He's hot weather. Loves cool water. So he's going back in the shade. Dude, it's only like 72 degrees. It's not even that hot out. 72 degrees, that's how hot it is. 72 degrees, it's not that hot. He has a thick fur and he should lose weight. He's probably, gets hotter because of his weight too, I'd imagine. But he's always been hot though. But yeah, it's not a hot day today at all. Not at all. Yeah, he is actually like 100 degrees. Yeah, it's not. Not even close. There's some sun, but that's about it. There's a lot of sun. There's no clouds today, but other than that, it's really not that hot. Yeah, he is actually like he's very silly. Why are you so silly? Why are you so dramatic? Why do you never leave? You never leave when I just want to go to fucking sleep. He is a water dog. He's a water dog that doesn't know how to swim, which is very funny. I'd like to teach him how to swim someday. Well, easier said than done, in my opinion. We ever gonna leave or no? I was gonna say like that. Yes, that's our life now. Great. I'll do court reporting from right here. So I'll just look shit up. The water's like freezing too. Surprised though, if he liked being in the water, he wasn't that keen on being in the ocean. Regrettably. Alright guys, I might sign off. Love you all. Thanks for joining. We got a nice amount of people in the chat today. So I appreciate that. Nothing exciting to report. Well, we were talking about it, but I'll be back in September for Luigi Mangione and part 2 of Minty versus EDT and the 1 CD trial. And actually, finally, does anybody know when DOA's next court date is? I can't remember. Have a great day. Thank you, Pippi. Hey, Michael Moy, nice to have you. Hey, Kiki, cute as ever. Dog was happy. I appreciate it. Great day, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Kiki, we're just leaving, but nice to have you. All right, guys, I'll see you all later. Au revoir. Love you all.